Song is called Ode to My Suzie. I very much hope you enjoy it. The purpose of it is to give you an idea of how we first met, which you all know about. You all know about how we first met now, 3 times over, but I'm going to give you my interpretation of that, a little bit of our history and my feelings for Suzie. So here it goes, fingers crossed, Ode to My Suzie. Alright, nearly 12 years ago, in 2001, on the 14th of April, as the calendars run, it was a Saturday night and I was at a party when, lo and behold, on my phone I did see a text message arrived from a number unknown. So I opened the message and a question was shown. Are you feeling tired? Were the words of the question. I blinked at my phone and this unusual suggestion. What's this absurdity? My mind did then pose, for I thought it bizarre such a question arose. And from a phone number foreign, quite unknown to me, it must be an error, and I thought it to be. So I replied to said text with the words, "Who is this?" And I received a reply which we'll now reminisce. For the unknown phone number, it replied straight away, "You must be feeling tired, you've been running through my mind all day." Now, I kid you not, folks, that's what the text said, and I could hardly believe what my eyes had read. So, taken back, I stared at my phone, just pulling my leg, I wondered alone. For surely this was but a practical joke, performed by my mates, such full-hearted blokes. So to the party at large, I then asked aloud, who's sending me prank texts from this sporty crowd? Who's joking around and having a laugh and sending such nonsense to my telegraph? But my mates didn't know what I was talking about, and they continued to party and sing and shout. So to the unknown number, I said, what's going on? Who is this, I asked. I'll play along. Now the unknown number, it replied yet again, you don't know me, but I've been watching you then. You're selling the house at the end of the street, and sometime soon now, I hope we can meet. Well, long story short, I was doubtful of this, and I thought to myself, someone's taking the piss. For chances like this, they just didn't arise, like a bolt from the blue, a girl from the skies. But after much texting and getting to know, it seemed to be genuine, not done as a show. So I summoned my courage and I called that strange phone, and lo and behold, what came after the tone. For on that call then, I spoke to Suzie for the first time. And since then, we've shared many a line. So, long story short, we decided to meet at my local McDonald's at the end of my street. Now, matters I know lacks romance, I'm aware, but desire to meet overcame such small fare. And when the night came, well, I must tell you this, but bold Suzie right here, she was scared as piss. She had a little blue car, and she did almost flee, for nervousness was getting the better of she. Now, you might not believe these words that I say, but you can ask it yourself on this very day. For this is the truth of how we first met. A life-changing text that I'll never forget. I'll never forget. Now, since that time then, what adventures we've had, what wonderful memories through good times and bad. Like that time that I carried you when I was drunk at Guy C's and I stupidly stumbled and we fell to our knees. Or that time I saw terror in poor Susie's eyes, for the spray tan ran out and it was only down to her thighs. And I'll always remember your first plane trip with me on that tiny tin can down to Port Macquarie. The plane was so small that I had to duck, but Suze was so excited that she didn't give a darn. Okay, and I remember one time I worked at Ray White Marina, and Suze came by my office, and you just should have seen her. With a rum can in hand, while Yana was driving, Suzie danced through the sunroof, bopping and jiving. And of course you'll recall when naked did roam my brother Josh through our former home. the shower, all dripping and wet, only his hand on his privates, I sadly regret.
Don't look.
Laughed
I don't have a towel.
the image of that, it still scars me now. And who can forget when my parents' big dog approached like a ninja and your toastie did flop? Now you missed not the toast, but you were instead scared that such a huge dog moved so swiftly through the air. Now, I didn't know whether I should tell this next one. I think Suze will kill me, so I might need to run. But one time when I worked with my good mate JT, I was at the office late and Suzie was with me. No one else was around. It was quite late, I fear, and my desk was a mess. But JT's was clear. Finally, lots of filing to do. Lots of filing. Okay. Alright, verbal, that's spoken word, uttered, verbal fights you've had many with my mates Russ and Chris. Disagreements range widely over that and over this. But with your old mate Jasmine, there never was silence, because when you guys met, you'd both employ violence. Till one hit the floor, and by Jove you were lucky, no one broke their jaw. Then that time once Paula's, your dad, meaning no harm, said, "You're looking healthy," while he wobbled your arm. To add insult to injury, at lunch he then said, "The prawns are low fat, love, you should eat them instead." But look at you now, and I'll tell you what, you look truly sensational. By Jove, you look hot.
Alright!
But by far the best thing that we share together is our daughter Ciari, whom we'll love forever. Partly you, partly me, but mostly unique. We've loved our little ribbon since we first heard her squeak. She's the light of our lives, and when I see her I know that we're meant to be together until old we grow.
Alright!
Suzie, you're my plum, you're my dal and pickle pear. You're the brightest spark in any room, no matter who is there. Your heart is kind and true, though your temper can be mean, and I wouldn't be the person I am today if you weren't on the scene. I'm running short of memory there. Okay. You're street smart and you're sexy. You're feisty and you're strong. You're clever, but Dal, I must now ask, what's the capital of England? London. Yes, that's great, because you didn't know that until about a year ago. Okay. So at this point now, my poem will close, but I have one final word before I let go. Suzie, I love you, and through thick and thin, you stood by my side throughout everything. So I thank you, my partner, my lover, my friend. I want to be with you until my day's end. So in closing, I say, to the love of my life, I thank you, my Suzie, my beautiful wife. Thank you.